Hey all, this is Xenoxis and this is episode 15 of Megabonk. And we're back. So last time we finally cleared tier 3. We finally did a tier 3 run here, as you can see. And stuff that of Megabonk, and we're gonna make more attempts now. And stuff that, although, you know, could it be weapons we could lock to make things easier? Yeah, probably, you know, and stuff that, you know, we don't have all the weapons yet, of course, obviously, you know, and stuff that, you know. Certain ones are a bit annoying to try and get, like the cactus is, like, really annoying to try and get, you know, and certain of the other items, you know, and stuff that, so yeah, you know. So let's go with the Ogre, because, you know, the Ogre is interesting, because the Ogre, of course, is slow. Stuff that we haven't even done our tier 2 run with the Ogre, stuff like that. But one thing we did show there is, for example, like, yeah, you don't get the tier 2 clear from clearing tier 3 and stuff like that, but we are gonna go tier 3. So let's go. Now the thing is, if you use pause immediately here, his luck is bad, minus 1%. Movement speed is 0.9, so he's slower than normal. Stuff that his damage starts at 1.1 though, so he does slightly more damage from the very start. He starts with 6% armor, which is good, and evasion is 1%. Stuff that, and the HP range is 10. His max HP is pretty decent at 140. His jump out is only 7. His pickup range is 5. Yeah, the save gain is just because of that, you know, because of all the save gain things, but yeah. And this character is, of course, quite interesting and stuff that, you know, you start like tome 2 access from the very start, which is of course a decent thing, you know. You can see microwave, that's actually very good. You have to see a microwave this early and stuff that, you know. Now refresh. Yeah. So that's some duration on the axe. That's a shield. No. Now the question is, do we go with the XP shrine? Question, right? I thought about getting the curse thing here and stuff that, right? But that's gonna require us to get a certain amount of levels, I feel like, you know, before we can, you know. I would have loved if the first level would have given us, you know, if the first level would have given us more like projectiles and stuff that, like, that would have been very, very useful. Okay. Size and duration on the axe. Yeah, we're again gonna try and go for like the whole, you know, like we're gonna try and go for the axe, but I'm also gonna try and, you know, get the damage tome again and stuff that, you know, because the damage tome is gonna be very, very important and stuff that. But yeah, it's important though that we do get maybe more weapons than just the axe at first, because yeah, as you remember, it took quite a few tries. I think it took 3 tries, or did it take 4 tries? Like it was on the 4th try that we got the clear, I think, with the Gashad and stuff that, you know. You know, sometimes you can get lucky and stuff that, and even though that was a pretty lucky run, right, we didn't get a single cheese right during that run and stuff that, right, because that would have made the poison damage way more crazier, you know, stuff that, yeah. Movement speed though, the movement speed is going to be important, of course, obviously. I think we already hit that skeleton somehow, which is weird. Damage on the axe is good. Okay, so we already found a boss shrine, that is good. Okay, that's evasion, that's pretty nice. Movement speed again. So now we have 1.1 movement speed, which is decent. Now here's the thing, right? If we're gonna take like the curse tome, for example, and level it high enough, then I want to make sure that we do have enough damage first before we start taking the curse tome, so we start taking it immediately. This could be risky here, especially depending on how long it takes for the boss to spawn. Okay, so and for evasion already, that's pretty decent. Merchant, actually check Merchant first. Ooh. That's definitely the Demonic Soul there, because the Demonic Soul is of course the damage scaling, yeah. And as I said, like 10 kills is like 1%. 100 kills would be 10%, then yeah, right? Because you move the small, like you move it one step. So like 10, as I said, you move it, that is 1%, and 100 is 10%, and then 1000 is basically what you need to reach the 100% damage increase. This is basically you gain double damage from every one demonic soul and stuff that's yeah. Let's go with the damage because the damage scaling is important. I feel like you definitely probably want the XP top on this guy. That was a bit bad though. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit bad. I didn't want to take an extra damage. Yeah, I thought I would have the time there to take it. Okay, so why is Sean Cam tougher now? Because we have taken no extra difficulty. Right, where's the difficulty? There it is, yeah. So is that just his tier 3 health? It might be the level also sometimes, you know. I mean, our level isn't that particularly high or anything, you know. It is a bit sad though if you only have like one weapon and stuff that, like you're very, you know. The thing is, I know though how important the duration is going to be to have. I actually really want to kill this guy if possible. There's a damage zone though. Let's actually get a chest here. Okay, that's huge actually. I really want to kill if possible here. Ooh, movement speed actually. It's absolutely huge as well here. Okay, Turbo Socks is huge. Damage on the tome there. Okay, extra jumps because we know that that's very important. So you know that just gives us a much higher chance to dodge stuff. You know. I don't want to stay here too long though, and stuff that, you know, obviously because, you know. Refresh, damage tome. I was hoping that was going to be another thing though, and stuff that actually. Projectile count is very important. Yeah. Do we get lifesteal is the question though on this. I do think we do eventually. So, but yeah, again it depends on what you find, you know, of course, obviously, you know. Projectile count at this point though, I think. Size actually. I think size is more important at this point. I really want to kill Sean Cam though here before we get like another annoying big ass wave. But why do I keep getting the speed power up here? I mean, the speed power up is nice and everything, you know. Not gonna lie, you know, it is nice. But we need the there's a nuke though. Let's get the difficulty tome right now actually. Just so we can have it, you know, and stuff that, you know, that doesn't guarantee that I would take levels in it actually. But we're definitely not gonna be spawning more bosses. We're definitely not gonna get that thing. So we have 3.7 damage really already. But which isn't strange really or anything, you know, that's not that strange. So crit chance, because critting is going to be important as well. I would really like to explore way more of the map if possible, of course, obviously. There's the other extra jump though that we could get here. Yeah. So now we have the triple jump. Okay, Moais. Could be huge. Oh. That is a fucking refresh button when you're in the Moais. Wow. I thought that was a mod thing. But apparently it isn't. So let's go for the evasion ring here because, you know, the fact that we've already gotten one before. Alright, I do remember there was a microwave somewhere, you know, stuff that, you know. Is there anything good though for the microwave? I mean, theoretically you could say that evasion could get insane and stuff that, especially if we can stack phantom shrouds. But it's just that even like 60% evasion doesn't keep you safe and stuff that enough. But that of course depends on how many things are actually attacking you. Okay, get feathers. Right, and now we get the massive swarm. This is actually a bad location to be in for the massive swarm here. Sorry, but that was an evasion there. We did. Okay, free chest. Yo, let's go. Like we had a triple jump there. Okay, attack speed is nice. Is this useful yet? I think we'll pick up a lot of the HP though. Difficulty. Actually, turbo socks. Because as I said, like if we get enough turbo socks, we don't need we won't need the thing if we get enough turbo socks. Damage tome. Damage tome. Axe. Refresh. Difficulty. Magnet also, maybe, I don't know. Damage tome. Because yes, we want a lot of levels on the axe and stuff that, right? We want a shit ton of levels on the axe if possible. Okay, that's malicious, that's very good. That's a timepiece, that's also very good. I mean, I would love to try and get to the microwave, but you know, I feel like the microwave is so far away. I think that's a merchant. And that did look like a merchant from a distance there. You can kind of tell what something is sometimes, you know, because, you know, wow. I mean, so that's 38 evasion, yeah, 38 evasion from having 4 rings. Yeah, maybe we can actually... Man, I would love to pick that up if possible. No, we didn't now. We almost died there because of me being stupid here. Like, I really thought that they were far enough away there to just... Well, that's just a challenge shrine, okay. Yeah, we basically need to start going towards the boss shrine now at this point. Damage though. So difficulty is only at 16%, so not too bad. I'm a bit worried though because I have seen no health power up at all. And we don't have any HP regen at all. We don't have any life steal. So you know, let's open this chest over here if possible here. We do have a shield though that we could get. We might just be dead here. Unless we get certain power-ups here. That's a shield though, that's big. We can even reach that without like dying. And basically we want these to clear as much as possible here. Just XP gain totem though. I mean, our damage isn't really what should be lacking here. Oh, wow. Let's see if we can get to that even. Yeah, we did get it. No, that's great. That's absolutely fantastic because that's a lot of damage we can get. I think there's no problem here. I think for the most part here. Unless we touch him. The fact that we only have one weapon so far is pretty bad. Refresh, case has some damage. We need to still be careful here because we could use die here just because they do a lot of damage now at this point. Please, can you actually kill him, please? Let's get the lifesteal here actually. We're probably dead. Let's take the banana ring just in case there. Banish the sword. Yeah. I knew that we were gonna die there. There was nothing really we could do. I mean, that was a good damage there with the axe. As you can see, that was pretty crazy damage. Maybe we shouldn't have gone with the difficulty tome. But I do think that we should be able to deal with the difficulty tome. It shouldn't be too hard, you know, and stuff there to deal with it, you know. Stuff that, yeah. Of course, keep in mind that you might say, oh, there's a lot of tier 3 attempts. Yeah, but a lot of tier 3 attempts doesn't even get past the first stage. That's the whole thing, right? Usually where the tier 3 attempts fail is on the very first stage and stuff there because, you know. So let's go for gold again, actually. Because, yeah, maybe on certain characters it's just more important to get certain things early and stuff like that. So there's the magnet there. Early gate again is good. Early gate is good. For example, if we know that we can reroll Moais, right, then maybe it's better to waste the rerolls on the Moais. But does that work on the shop as well? Have I been completely stupid this entire time and stuff that and not like reroll shops? No, shops doesn't have a reroll. Shops do not have a reroll confirmed. You know what though? Let's see what this chest is first here. Okay, that's great use. Good. Good. Get the turbo socks. Refresh. Oh yeah, we could only afford one there. But actually jump higher and jump further is actually not bad. No. Lifesteal actually, let's get the lifesteal early here so we have some lifesteal. Okay, we have 2 of the crit thing is pretty good. I hate the zombies because we're not fast. I mean, we are decent fast now, but, you know. We need to get the extra jumps also as well. But that's really good. Clearing out also are very important there. Medkit actually for the SP region there. Did we just actually go down here? I think we do. What's the shrine there? We could have gotten. We haven't gotten a single shrine yet. No, we have gotten 1, right? Not 2 shines. Less than a gold game. Feels bad leaving that shrine behind there, but yeah, we cannot. Refresh. Okay. We need to basically go everything into the axe. But of course, if we just get bad axe upgrades, you know, then, you know. Okay. That's interesting. So now we have 10 in jump height, which is pretty decent and stuff like that, so we can jump pretty far now. Cursed doll is very good. But at this point, it's a pretty high chance that it's gonna sacrifice something that is really useful, which is, you know, pretty bad for us. That's the whole thing that you always have to be very careful about, you know, like what is gonna get sacrificed if you find a microwave. Yeah, there's the phantom shot that we wanted last time. You know, as long as this is better than the bear, it seems like a lot of times, but like, what do they actually mean with close, you know? Like, what does it actually mean, you know, and stuff like how close we're talking, man, how close we're talking that we need to be, you know. Another one, though. Oh, man. There's the evasion, though. Nah, more medkits. So now we have 100. So keep in mind that if you get, for example, if you would be able to get like 1,000 as your regen, for example, if you would be able to get to 1,000, then that would be insane. Is that an almost die? Refresh. X again. That was a bit scary there. I don't think there was anything here though. The corner, no. Let's give a chest actually for now. Okay, get some ghosts. Also not bad, by the way. I would love to. What's that? Huh? A nuke. You know what? That's actually very good. I really want to get the nuke here if possible. Come on. Good. That just gives me some time. Maybe that would be enough time to actually get the shine here. I think that's going to be enough time. That's the good. Refresh. Correct account actually. Because, I mean, if we could get enough lifesteal just from the thing, then we don't need to take the lifesteal tome. There's like things that you just have to think about, like that you should change your decision of what to take and not just be like, oh, I need to take this, you know, and stuff that, right? You know, like oh, I always need to take the lifesteal tome or whatever, right? Like, if you just happen to get a bunch of lifesteal from like shrines, you know, then you probably don't need to, you know. So they already have quite a lot of access and stuff that, you know. We did manage to get pretty good with the rolls and stuff that, like for the access and stuff that, yeah. And the blue skeletons, of course, very good for the HP and stuff that, you know. Yeah, we don't have a single slippery ring yet, but let's take the branch. Because right now, yes, cursed dolls are very powerful. We know how much it can do for damage and stuff like that, but yeah. Lifesteal again. So 20% lifesteal is pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. We still only have one weapon, but our weapon is level 40 now in comparison to last time. So we've gotten a lot more lucky with our, you know. We do know that we left a magnet behind, so it's a 9% lifesteal there. We could have gone with more HP regen there and stuff there, but yeah. The thing is, yes, if you have like crazy like HP regen, yes, it can be very powerful, but often the lifesteal is just way better often, you know, stuff there, but yeah. But it also kind of depends on the weapon. Pocket account there actually. Because the thing is, eventually this weapon used completely, you know, keeps you safe. Or there's the insane thing backpack. So if we find a blue microwave would be the absolute best thing, but in this point. Back the count. X. Refresh. Okay. So now we need to take something or banish. You know what, let's get an aura for now. Let's get a freezing aura. Okay. There's an extra jump. Okay, so we have 2 jumps now. Yeah, we have 2 jumps. But we can go pretty far with those 2 jumps. Get the shield. Good, now we have a shield. Very good. Okay. You can see we can actually jump absolutely massive. But that's of course from having the 2... that's of course from having the episode, like the 2, you know, things we have. Okay, there's a challenge try. Okay, pricked account, swarm incoming. Am I worried about the swarm with 0% difficulty? Nah, not. There's a slippery once. Go, blue skeleton, please. Nice. I really want to get to that power up there though. Possible. Because otherwise we just move around here. Why did you have to be a chess man? I'm fucking... Why did I try to... There's a health over there. You can see that you can just get a shit ton of speed if you have like the feathers and stuff that, you know. Yeah, we don't want to take too long here, of course, obviously. Get more Frostwalker here. Damage is 1.5 this time, but we have way more projectiles this time. We don't have the damage tome yet, of course, obviously, so you know. Okay, another wrench is good. Another wrench is good, hell yeah, no. Going towards the side now. Good. Just attack speed. Project account. Project account. Attack speed. So we want the what do you call it? We want the damage tome, and then we probably also want the. We probably also want the, what do you call it, we want the... It's gonna be a rough one. Tornado banish. I want Bananarang with this, by the way. But however, the Bananarang will benefit a lot from the whole size and the attack speed and stuff like that. But we also need the damage, of course, obviously. Size tome could have also been nice, of course, obviously, but yeah. Get the protection here, if possible. Banish the Thornstone. Thank you. Do we have time to get... I think we do actually. We probably do. Movement speed. That's because we can also grab an invul here actually. So we have one extra jump, and I think we might actually be possible to just get over it. Power up multiply though, to make the power up more powerful, yeah, see, no problem. Let's just go in already. The damage is not that great yet. We're level 30, right? Correct? So 30 exactly. We're level 30 exactly, that's pretty decent. Actually, the corner spawn is actually very good, by the way, because that just immediately solves, like, okay, like it's not gonna be in a corner. Power-up top chance. You know how important the power-ups are. Attack speed. Crit chance is nice though, but we already have quite a lot of crit chance. So we go with gold game there. So how much do we have that is improving our crit chance? So what is giving us crit chance otherwise? Right, because how do we have 21% crit chance? Power prop chance, power up to multiply gold gain, shield, extra jumps, lifesteal. None of these, no, right, we have 2 forbidden uses, that's why. 2 forbidden uses, I forgot about that thing, you know. I mean, the forbidden uses have been very, very important and stuff like that, but yeah. Okay. This bear. Bear could be worth it here. Okay, so we did drop a nuke as well, which is good, of course. I need to eventually go and take a dump, by the way, but maybe we do 2 recordings today, you know. Let's see, you know, we'll have to see better, you know. But of course, in each recording, we will like do a different character and stuff that, you know, and stuff that, and you know, it seems more important to do the tier 3 run, you know, and stuff that, you know. Okay, so that's another evasion ring, which is good. I mean, our movement speed also isn't super quick or anything yet, you know, at least, you know, yeah. Because it definitely feels like you don't want to take too many weapons, right, and like lose out on a bunch of levels on the weapon. Oh man, more lifesteal though. We could also go for extra jumps here, but now let's go for the lifesteal. So now we have 36% lifesteal, which is pretty decent, but yeah. And we have 2 branches so far. This is a decent projectile count actually. So it seems that the projectile count actually makes that thing pulse kind of faster. Or maybe that's not true, maybe that's not how the Frostwalker works, you know. Okay. Damn. Let's go Shulkers actually. Phantom Shroud? Yes. Even though we only have 20%. I don't think we have enough green items though too, where this could be good. Wrench actually. Okay, we lost out on the turbo socks, that's actually really bad. Because now we only have 1.0 movement speed now. That's actually the absolute worst thing that it could have been. Another wrench though. Because if we can get a crazy amount of wrenches, you know, the fact that it makes them stronger, of course. We lost the ghost. We have not lost the cursed doll though, which is good. So but we lost all of our movement speed. We only had 1 turbo sock, so we lost that. Right. So we only have 1.0 movement speed, so we still have a little bit of movement speed gained from this, of course. Here we have gained 9.2% movement speed in total from the thing. But why doesn't it sometimes stack? Why can you have like 9% lifesteal, 6.5% lifesteal, 7.2% lifesteal, 6% lifesteal? Like, why is it like that, you know? That's weird sometimes, you know, like, why couldn't you use adding total to the stat, you know, instead, you know? It is more projectile count though. Okay, another forbidden use though is good. So we have 5 now. What's that? That's gonna be 7.5 times 5. Right. Whatever that is. It was not crit damage though. Now power up chance. So power up chance is now 1.1. So increasing it is well, like, okay, that's good. That's the turbo socks back. It's now use of 1.2 instead. No. And the thing is, being at 1.0 compared to being 2 at 1.2 is a big deal. Actually, a very big deal. Maybe we take the magnet after we survive this. Stop that if we survive this. That's invul though, that's invul shield. You know. Yeah, definitely take those and then just, you know. I'm in the thick of things here, project account. The axe is absolutely crazy here. Knock back on shulkers. Okay. I mean, that can be nice. Where was the shine? Of course, it's over here. Okay. So take those. Banish the gold gain. More access. So I want to get bananas, if possible. I know banana is gonna be our last weapon and stuff that, you know, I would have loved to take the banana earlier and stuff like that, yeah. Because the banana works very good with the axe, by the way. I could have gone with the bone also as well, because the bone is good, you know, the bone can do a lot of damage. What's that? That's shield. Yeah, get the shield for now, actually. So make things a little bit safer, you know, and stuff that, you know. I don't think this map is bad, I don't think is the thing. It's a power multiplier, okay, it's kind of the same as, you know, I think. Can we safely take this now? I think we can. Oh, that's a lot of the... Okay, so it only lasts a certain time before it disappears. Break the count. Break the count is just kind of the most important thing with this type of weapons, because you could theoretically say that the axe is a shield weapon. Definitely once you have luck enough of it and stuff like that, then it definitely becomes like a shield weapon. What's that? Yeah. There's so many magnet shrines here though. It's a crazy amount of magnet shrines. Why am I not jumping around more? I should like be jumping around a lot, you know, and stuff like that, just because of, you know. There's a merchant down there. Evasion actually here. 30% evasion, but it's not super high. There's the Moais though. Moais is actually very good at this point. Damn. Banish the knockback tome. Banish the sniper rifle. There's gonna be a lot of banishes here coming out, you know, and stuff like that. That's something that's gonna happen. Just. Ooh, moldy gloves, good. Okay, so poison is looking decent now at this point. Please never leave here to get this. Thank you. Power up drop chance. So that 1.2 chance of having a power up drop. Just more power ups is just great. Okay, that's a nuke. That's a nuke which could get insane if we can get to it even. Can we get to it though is the question. Yo. Yeah, nice. Now we get the attack speed here. That's just so much damage though. Then we don't even have the damage tome yet, which is crazy. That is totally crazy that we don't have damage tome yet. So some Frostwalker isn't a super good upgrade here though. feel like we have gone very few levels so far actually. It's just a bit weird to say that we haven't gone that many levels. Banish the rerolled. Or there's the damage tome just so we can get it. Damage tome again. What did you say? XP tome, right? Yeah. So with the XP we have projectile, we have damage. And then I would really want the... I mean, we could also go for armor tome actually. And stuff that, you know, or shield tome. You know. Just have a slightly tougher shield. Or HP tome, even, you know. Yeah, we don't have any difficulty now. Yeah, and okay, we have 6% armor and everything, but you know, 6% armor is not particularly good. You would think at this point though that we will be at way higher like damage than this and stuff like that, right? But yeah, it's because we are taking up the black damage tome very, very late. And now we're out of banishes, so now we only have skips left. It's pretty bad, because skipping out on level ups is not good at all. No. Okay, good. I get that. Okay, cursed all is nice. I want to get some more charges here though. Power up drop chance. Okay. Gold gain though. Get the thing here. Duration and damage on that. Again, we're actually gonna go and pick up chest here as well here. Because the chest cost is very low at this point. Damn, we have to take some difficulty there. That's actually really bad. It means, for example, if we would see Kevin, that could just kill us. You know, stuff that which is like really scary that we don't have any banishes left, right? It's like very, very bad. There's a nuke though. There's a magnet. I don't know if I've left enough for that we were taking. Oh man. Skip. I'm pretty certain that we didn't like. I'm pretty certain that we haven't destroyed the banana or whatever, right? You know. Can we kill this guy though? Is the question. Can we actually kill it? You know. Where's that? I don't know. I mean, I feel like the poison should be able to handle this, but you know, I don't know, man. Never did. I'm curious though to see what our damage numbers were there. Okay, so we did 1.4 million with the axe, which is actually pretty insane. The poison didn't do a lot at all, you know. See, it's almost like the other weapons didn't do anything. But I don't like the frost was definitely helping and stuff. That because we did stop enemies sometimes, you know, and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a pretty good attempt, though. Let's just do one more run with the Ogre. Okay, oh, that's good. That's a project account immediately and stuff like that, you know. Yeah, because we should definitely probably go for the damage tome if we see it early and stuff like that, just because, you know. Yeah, so the merchant cannot like get rerolled and stuff like that. There's an early Kevin though. This could be insane, but that is just if you find the golden shield or whatever, right? Because okay, there's a time watch. There's an axe. Good. Okay, so for 7 proper brass, we could go for an early echo shot here though. Which, you know, would be absolutely insane to go for. I think this guy is going to be a chest almost to a 100% guaranteed. No. Well, really, double magnets. It feels so bad because sometimes you don't remember what certain things are, you know, of course. Okay, what does this guy have? Yeah, we could have like stacked two like of the experience shot there if we would have wanted to. But I feel like the experience shot right. I took it here because it was very early there and stuff that, you know. And I think it has the potential to be absolutely insane, by the way. But yeah, the thing I feel that is hard though is like figuring out, okay, like, what does the stage want from us? Like, is this a stage where we need to, like, get the execution here actually instead? Yeah, I know that it could just make it so that we end up in a really bad situation here. With not getting enough levels on the axis and stuff that, you know. But I definitely think that when you have like the slots unlocked, rather like when you have the weapon slots unlocked, then why not have it so that there could be like a weapon master tome that lets you just decide how many weapon slots you have, right? And do I definitely think that they should have more weapon levels? Yeah, probably more black weapon slots, you know. Okay, so we do have access to a microwave already, but that is probably too early for the microwave. I feel like, you know, it would be insane to stack the activation ring though, or actually that could be huge actually if we do it already, you know, stuff that, right? That could compensate for the things we have. Execution there actually. Yeah, let's do it. Let's hope that we do not lose our movement speed gloves. I'm gonna take this if possible here. And we're gonna loot more. Okay. That's not really what I want to do. But yeah, I think that the chance that we're gonna get another thing is gonna be pretty huge though. Let's loot this though. Okay, Clover is good. But yeah, the problem is we have no lifesteal. And we have no the other thing. Refresh. Axe. Cool. What? Alright, because I touched the death and that thing knocked me up in the air and then yeah. Yeah, I said one last attempt, but yeah, we're gonna do one more. If it like ends like very early and stuff, then because yeah. Okay, what do you have, Mr. Merchant? You have turbo socks, but you do have gym sauce also. No, the turbo socks is so powerful, but yeah, the gym sauce can be good. Yeah, the gym sauce, like technically, like damage-wise, is not super good, and stuff that the gym sauce is actually pretty bad, and stuff that, you know. Damage on the axe. Damage on the axe can be decent, of course, early, but you know, the projectile count is really what you want. But of course, if we can get away with not having to waste refreshes, you know, and stuff that early on, then that's huge, you know, and stuff that, of course, yeah. Okay, spicy meatball for 128. That's actually not super expensive yet though, because we haven't opened any chests, so you know. Great account, that is good. That was the epic upgrade there, the red one. I don't know, like why they decide to go with these colors and stuff that, you know, it's a bit. I mean, we need to have a good way to earn gold and stuff like that, especially if we want to open a lot of chests. Crit chance, actually. So we got no items so far. And the main problem is, of course, if we avoid damage to elites, though, could be like really huge here. Like, we do want to explore a bit here, of course. Project account is nice. Now, of course, if we can find some Moais on this stage, that would be good, of course, obviously, you know. Moais is very nice. Then there's a lot of cursed boss shrine and stuff like that there. Yeah, I definitely felt like the thing that made the Giga Shad run work a lot was the fact that we did get actually golden sneakers actually. You might not understand, like, oh, why would you take golden sneakers? Like, it's really bad. Actually, golden sneakers is very interesting with the way it works and stuff that, but you won't really understand it unless we get a lot of a certain stat and stuff that. And that also increases the value of the turbo socks and stuff that, but yeah. So, I mean, this should be enough cash for the thing, by the way. The thing is, though, we're only level 3 now at this point. It's actually pretty bad. Not gonna lie, that it's pretty bad. I mean, we are getting pretty decent damage from the axe itself. And, you know, maybe we shouldn't have taken that up. Nah, that is fine, I think. The thing that is always bad is not like the fact that the HP regen that a lot of characters start with is just very bad, you know. Actually, let's get the sniper rifle early, actually. Because, yeah, the whole aim thing is interesting, of course, obviously, because that is actually part of the sniper as a weapon itself and stuff. That's actually part of like the... Oh, man. Yeah, I might need to go and take a down though, by the way. Actually, let's grab armor tome early, actually. I think that all armor tome is not worth it, you know, and stuff that, like, armor tome can be good, but it's just that you need heavy investment on it, you know, and stuff that, and then you might say that, oh, but then you waste a bunch on, you know, other things, you know, which is true. Max HP, actually. Because I feel like last time, right, we didn't get a lot of... I know we're almost dead. That was really bad. So we need to get lucky now. Pretty much is what I feel like needs to happen. Otherwise we're just gonna be dead. We took damage there for some reason. Maybe I don't understand the game anymore. We could save this, but it's very, very low chance that we're gonna be able to save this here. Just because our HP regen is so low. And, you know, sometimes it's just so weird though, like, why is there so little power up sometimes, you know? Sometimes you kill a ton more like, sure, you know, like, maybe I haven't opened enough, like, balls or whatever, you know, that's it. I know there was a spicy meatball somewhere, but yeah, I think there's a completely different vendor though. Oh look, a microwave. Oh look, a Moais. Yeah, we're dead. You greedy son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna end the first recording session for today. episode 15, right? Yeah, I think. Yeah, right. Episode 15, right? Yeah, pretty certain. So yeah, I'm gonna edit here because I need to take that dump so badly. We could have made like way more attempts on the Ogre there and stuff there, but yeah. But sometimes you just get like unlocking attempts and stuff that, right? Because I feel like sometimes you just get baited with like the whole you really want to take the spicy meatball and stuff like that because like it's cheap there when it's that cost, it's cheap, but then it's like hard to get sometimes. But sometimes it's also very easy to get the money very, very quickly early on sometimes, because sometimes you find a lot of the golden, like the golden, or you find a golden skeleton early, and then the golden skeleton gives you a lot, because the golden skeleton scale, of course, with what level you are, what tier you are, which is why, like, if you're on the second, like, part of the forest stage, then, like, the skeleton gives you way more and stuff like that, but yeah. But sometimes it's also that, if you don't open a lot of chests, then, sure, you can keep, like, the shop cost, like, very, very cheap, so that you can easily afford, like, the shop on a later stage, and stuff like that, stuff like that, but yeah. I'm just gonna think here, like, what would be the next character we would do it on, I mean, it's 1.5% damage per level. That's the warrior thing. With the ogre and stuff there. 1.5% damage per level. It's of course why the XP tome is really, really good on the ogre and stuff there. But yeah, and you saw there how insane the axe could be. Like when you get it up to pretty decent level there, right? Like we got it up to level 20 and stuff there. But of course, like the thing is, like, why, for example, why do you have to, for example, go in here and like refund the weapon slots in order to adjust the weapon slots and stuff that, like, why couldn't? There definitely either needs to be like they add more levels here to the weapon slots and more levels maybe to the book slots as well used, But I know that, for example, like one more weapon slot, if you all of a sudden now we go from 4 to 5 weapons, that would make a very, very big difference. But yeah, but sometimes, of course, getting too many weapons too early on is just really, really, really bad and stuff that, because I feel like if they're gonna add more weapon slots, then you need like way more rerolls and stuff that, like the amount of rerolls here, or the amount of refreshes rather, which basically is the rerolls, like you would need. I would feel like you would need the amount of levels that there are into the silver here is the amount of levels I almost feel needs to be refreshed specifically and stuff that the skip is fine. I would actually, I would have actually removed skip, because skip is used very, very bad, because skipping out on a level is like really bad. Like, sure, banishing something at least improves the pool. Banishing something can make it so that now we have an easy time. But again, like the amount of banishes you have is just very, very limiting as well. And stuff that and stuff that. But I feel like, right, because if you would have too many banishes, right, like it depends on the amount of items that exist in the game and stuff that, like with whole banish and stuff like that. Because yes, you could use banish board guard the first time you see it, right? But if you want to be very, very specific with your level ups on a weapon, for example, like you might reroll use because I want to have a better axe level up and stuff that, right? So that I definitely think that the people will think that too many banishes would be too powerful. Yeah, sure, but then the thing is just also that you would like use a lot of banishes, and stuff that, and then you might say, but just to deactivate the weapons that you don't want during a round. Like sure, but like sometimes you want to have certain weapons available. Like, if we got a dragon fire early on, then all of a sudden now the fire staff is worth a ton more, and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, I hope you all will enjoy this, right? And I will probably record the next part as well today and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you all enjoy this, and I'll see you all.